Hi, my dear students. Good morning to all. Welcome back to Maths online class. So, we are discussing with the chapter perimeter and area. And so far, we discussed the how to find area and perimeter of a rectangle, square, then how to find the area of parallelogram and triangles. So, till now we were discussing about the polygons. Today, we are going to see another figure that which is not a polygon. Hope you understood what will be the shape. What is that? Yes, circles. So, we are going to discuss the features of circles today. What is the speciality of a circle? Yes, it's a curved surface. It's having radius, diameter, isn't it? So, what can you say about the sides of a circle? Does it have a line segment as a side? No. That is the reason why it is not included in the set of polygons. So, circle is not a polygon. You know already. So, the side or the length of the boundary distance of polygons we call perimeter. But since here there is no line segments as its side, what we call the distance along the circle. That means what we call this curved distance. Is there any another word for perimeter for the circles? Yes, circumference. So, for circles, we doesn't use the word perimeter. Instead, we use circumference. So, what is circumference? The distance around the circle. That means the boundary distance around the circle is known as circumference. And in the case of circle, we does not use the word perimeter. So, for finding the perimeter of circle, we use the word circumference. So, once you hear the word circumference, you have to understand it is the perimeter of the circle. So, what is circumference? The distance around, the boundary distance around a circle. And what it is? It's a curved surface, isn't it? Now, also you know the radius and the diameter, relation between the radius and the diameter. What is diameter? The longest chord passing through the center of the circle is diameter, isn't it? Now, what is the relation between diameter and radius? Yes, when we add diameter 2 times, we get what? When we add the radius 2 times, we get the diameter. Or in other words, we can say radius is half diameter, isn't it? Half of diameter is radius. So, these are the features you are studying from the smaller class, isn't it? So, we can see how can you find the circumference of circle? That is perimeter of the circle. See, this is a table having radius, diameter and circumference of some circles. So, the first column, this is radius, this is diameter and this is circumference. So, you know, if radius is 7, diameter will be its double, that is into 2 we will get 14. Then circumference, now we measured using we measured the circumference. So, when we see this table, I said it is radius, diameter, circumference. And when I find the ratio of circumference to diameter, that means 44 is the circumference and 14 is the diameter. When we see the ratio, I am getting 3.14. Again, in the second circle, 66 is the circumference, 21 is the diameter. Again, I can see the ratio 3.14. So, about 4 or 5 circles when we check, we are getting this ratio 3.13, something like that, isn't it? It's not fixed value, but something 3 point something, that near to that value. So, generally, when we are taking the diameter and circumference of any circle or any circular shape, we can see that ratio, circumference by diameter, that ratio, we can see a fixed value, somewhat rounded figure, what we have 3.14. It's not exact value, but something related to 3.14. And that fixed ratio, we are giving a constant pi. What is that? That fixed constant, we are giving the value pi. And what is the value of pi? 3.14. What is this? Fixed constant. How we are taking? Taking the ratio of circumference and diameter, and we observed that taking some circles diameter and circumference, we got that ratio 3.14. It's not fixed value, but something near to that value. That constant value we gave the name pi. What is it? Pi. So circumference, the ratio circumference by diameter, we are getting the constant pi. And what is C is the circumference and D is the diameter. So from that you can find what is C. C means circumference. What is it? Pi into D. Now D means diameter. When we are expressing in terms of radius, what it is? 2 times radius, isn't it? D is 2 times radius. So again substituting here, what we get? Circumference is equal to pi into 2r. Instead of D, I gave 2r. 2r is what? 2 times radius is this diameter. Now finally we get what? Circumference 2 pi r. So what is the circumference of a circle? What is the formula for circumference of a circle? 2 pi r. So we find the circumference of a circle using the formula 2 pi r, where pi is a fixed value. It depends upon two values we can take for pi. One is 3.14 or 22/7. That according to the question you can take. Either 22/7 or 3.14. That according to our question, for our solution we can take for simplification. So the circumference of the circle, the formula for circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. Now we can solve some problems. Find the circumference of circles with the following radius. What is it? Radius is given 14 cm, 28 mm, 21 cm. So first question, 14 cm. Radius is given. How will you find the circumference? So only one factor you need for finding the circumference is only the radius. If you know the radius, you can find the circumference of any circle. So here 14 centimeter is the radius. That is why I told you we can use either 22/7 or 3.14, because if you are taking 22/7, that means when the radius is multiples of 7, you can, for easy calculation, you can use 22/7. So you can cancel down, you know how to take it into simplest form and all, isn't it? So when you're getting radius in terms of 7's multiples, you can use 22/7, or otherwise you can use 3.14. So here 14 is a multiple of 7, that is they ask you to take 22/7, the value of pi. So giving the value circumference, you know, 2 pi r. So 2 is constant, 2 into pi, the value is 22/7, and r is given as radius 14 cm. Now substituting 2 into 22/7 into 14. Now 7 in 14 how many times? 2 times. So 7 and 14 cancel, you get 2 here. So remaining 2 into 22 into here 2. So what is that? 88 cm. That is why for easy calculation, take value of pi accordingly. Second radius is given as 28 mm. So you will get circumference is equal to 2 pi r. What is it? 2 into 22/7 into 28. Here again 7 and 28 are factors. 7 into 4 is 28. So cancelling 7 and 28, you will get here 4. So 2 into 28 into 4, 22 into 4, you will get 176 millimeter. Last one, 21 centimeter radius. Again substituting in circumference, the equation for circumference is 2 pi r. 2 into 22/7 into 21. Now 7 and 21, 7 into 3 is 21. So 7 and 21 cancelling, here 3. So 2 into 22 into 3, you will get 132 centimeter. So this is direct application of what? This circumference. If you know the equation for circumference, you can directly apply 2 pi r. Pi, the value depends upon, either you can take 22/7 or 3.14, and 2 is constant throughout the equation. 2 is, there is no change, it is a constant value. Now r will be given to you, accordingly you can take. Next question. A gardener wants to fence a circular garden of diameter 21 meter. Find the length of the rope he needs to purchase if he makes 2 rounds of fence. Also find the cost of the rope if it costs ₹4 per meter. So what is given? A garden is there, and what is the shape of the garden? Circular. A gardener wants to fence it. What do you mean by fence it means? Yes, once it is asked for fencing or want to tie the boundary and all, you have to find the perimeter, that means circumference. If it is circle, means circumference, or if it is any other figure and they are asking for you to fencing and all, we have to find the perimeter, not area. So if here the gardener want to fence it, means we have to find the circumference of the circular garden. Now one more thing is given, the diameter of the garden is given, not the radius. That point you have to keep. Sometimes in the questions and all, if it is circular region, they sometimes give radius or diameter. If they are giving diameter, first you have to find the radius. You know the relation between diameter and radius, isn't it? Half their diameter is radius. So first you have to find that, then you have to apply. Now one more condition, find the length of the rope he needs to purchase if he makes 2 pounds. That means once he is tying this rope 2 times. So how many ropes he needs? So for 1 time he want to tie, means the circumference of the garden. That 2 times he is tying, means into 2. So finding first diameter is given. So find the radius first. So diameter of the circle garden is 21 meters. So radius will be 21 by 2. Here we are not finding this value because 21 is what? A multiple of 7. So keep it like this itself, 21 by 2 for easy calculation. Now what is circumference? 2 pi r. Now 2 into 22 by 7. R is what? 21 by 2. So if you are finding this value, you will get here a decimal value. That is why I am asking you, don't find it. Keep it 21 by 2 itself. So you can cancel down the common factors here. 7 and 21 are common, isn't it? 7 into 3. So cancelling 7 and 21, this 21 comes here 3. Now this 2 and 22 is also again common factors having. So again cutting that 2 and 22, we will get here 11. Now what is remaining? 2 into 11 into 3, what you will get? 66 meter. So for tying the rope 1 time at that circular garden, he needs 66 meter. How many times he want to tie? 2 times. For 1 time 66 meter means length of the rope needed for 2 turns will be what? 2 into 66, that is 132 meter. So total 132 meter of rope he needs to fence the garden. Now cost of that rope is also given. For 1 meter, what is the cost? Rupees 4. So for 132 meter, what will be the cost? Into 4. So here why we multiplied with 2? Because the gardener want to fence it 2 times, that is why. For 1 time the circumference we found, that is 66 meter. But here the question was he want to tie it 2 times. So that means 2 times he want to round that garden. So 66 into 2, that is 132. So 132 total length of rope he needed, and the cost of 1 meter is 4 rupees 4. So the cost of 132 meter will be 4 into 132, cost 528 rupees is the cost of rope he needed. Next question. Saima wants to put a lace on the edge of a circular table cover of diameter 1.5 meter. Find the length of the lace required and also find its cost if 1 meter of the lace cost 15 rupees 15. So here, since the diameter is not given in terms of 7 multiples, so they have already given in the question, take pi is equal to 3.14. So what is it? A circular table, isn't it? She wants to put the lace on the edge of the circular, not full area, only on the edge she want to put. That means circumference only we need to find, and that table's diameter is given 1.5. So it's given diameter, not radius. So first we need to find what? Diameter, so radius. Then we have to find the length of the lace required and also the cost. Same type of question. So we'll go to the answer. Diameter of the table cover is given as 1.5 meter. Here what radius first we have to find. So dividing by 2. Here they divided because what? It is not in terms of 7. So we will anyway we will get a decimal number and we cannot cancel also. So 1.5 by 2 is 0.75 meter. Now length of the lace means we have to find the distance around that circular table, the total distance. What is that we call? Circumference. So circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So the length of the lace required will be the circumference of the circular table, that is 2 pi r. 2 into pi they have already given in the question to take 3.14. So 2 into 3.14 into r we got 0.75 meter. So here there is nothing to cancel, that is why they ask you to use instead of 22 by 7 3.14. Now once you multiply you will get 4.710 meter. So this is the total length of lace needed for covering the circular table. That means the boundary distance. Now the cost of lace is given. For 1 meter it is rupees 15. So for 4.710 meter it will be 15 into 4.710 rupees 70.65. So in this way you have to apply. Means if it is a circle, and I told if it is something related to the boundary distance, then we have to find the circumference. Now next thing is that you have to identify whether it is given radius or diameter. If diameter is given, means first you have to find the radius, diameter by 2. Now if it is given in terms of 7, multiples of 7, you can use 22 by 7 and make your calculation simple. So in this way you have to apply the concept and find out what you have to find. If it is regarding the boundary distance, you have to find the circumference of the circle. So winding up today's class, today we discussed on the topic circles, and the first concept of circles, that is circumference of circle. The word perimeter is not used in the case of circles. Instead we are using circumference. So we found how to find the circumference of circle, and we solved some problems on circumference. Some more problems are there on circumference that we will solve in the next class. Copy down the notes given and attend the test paper. We'll meet with the rest of the problems in the next video. Thank you.